All right, so the next one here, Xi agrees to deepen China-Russia military ties. So Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping held talks in Beijing on Thursday and agreed to deepen military cooperation as China has brushed off U.S. warnings about its relationship with Russia. So Russia and China released a joint statement that said they would further deepen military cooperation by expanding joint military exercises, increasing air and sea patrols, and strengthening their coordination under bilateral frameworks. Xi also renewed a call for a peace deal to end the war in Ukraine. So he said after the talks with Putin, quote, "Both sides agree that a political settlement of the Ukraine crisis is the correct direction. China's position on this issue has been consistent and clear, including the respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries and the legitimate security concerns of all parties," end quote. So China has consistently called for peace talks throughout the war, while you have the U.S. and most NATO countries opposing that idea, opposing and discouraging diplomacy and flooding weapons into Ukraine. Despite that, the U.S. and NATO are accusing China of fueling the conflict by increasing trade with Russia, which is a natural thing for both Russia and China to do. They've been facing similar pressure from the West. Any idiot could have told you a few years ago that they were going to increase trade like this, and they, even before the Ukraine war. And they have, it's the obvious thing for them to do. And of course, the U.S. is freaking out about it and just making threats and warnings that China's not going to listen to. Again, like, if you know anything about China, they're not just you can't just threaten them and say, no, don't do that, China. In this context, it's just, I can't believe these people think that they're diplomats like Blinken that make these threats. He was in China and threatened them with sanctions over their trade with their neighbor. And they're accusing China of providing material support to the Russian military because they export things like semiconductors and certain types of minerals and things and other natural resources. There's the technological stuff, of course, but also natural resources. That's another thing that they're unhappy that China is exporting to Russia, and they're unhappy that China is buying lots of Russian oil. So while Putin was in Beijing, actually, the Pentagon issued another warning to China over its relationship with Russia. Eli Ratner, who is an Assistant Secretary of Defense for Indo-Pacific Security Affairs, he's a huge China hawk. He spoke with a Chinese military official and, according to the Pentagon, raised, quote, "serious concern over the People's Republic of China's support for Russia's defense industrial base that enables Russia's war in Ukraine," end quote. So they're not going to learn their lesson. And you see this, like the U.S. tries to dictate to these countries what to do, like with Niger. If they really wanted to stay in Niger, they you shouldn't have done that. and they told them, they threatened them with sanctions, and then they kicked the U.S. out, or they're trying to kick the U.S. out.